Hey girl, this is your girl Lisa. I just got your text and I just got a brand new deck yesterday. Um, I am going to pull some cards and I pray that it resonates. I wrote down your questions or the issues, regarding what you would like for me to pull for. So, okay, so let's get started. So I pulled some cards as I was praying and cleansing my deck and thinking about you and praying to your guides, my guides. So let's get started. Plus, I don't know which decks I'm going to use. I pulled out some. Don't mind the teddy bear. That's Sharina's girl. Okay, so, um, all right. So let's see. She's in the front room, so I'm in the bedroom, so I got to get it together. So, um, the first card that I pulled was the Three of Wands. I don't know if you like it to be more educational style, the way I tend to do. It's each one teach one. So this is like the way I do it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if I was gonna do spreads or anyway. Anyway, so this is the Three of Wands. And this is a man that has already started his quest. So the Two of Wands, the wand suit has to do with purpose and passion and creativity and work related pursuits. So the Three of Wands came out. So if you look at him, you see that he has already started his quest, his pursuit, right? And so and he is, and because these leaves are kind of maturing, he's pretty, well on his way. He's, you see, he realizes that there's some obstacles along the way, but there's also obstacles behind him as he has, been traveling for a little bit. Okay, so this is you right now. And also, this is the Queen of Swords. So what I pulled was a card and then a card to clarify the card, right? So I have a row. I don't know if you can see. I have a row and then the row underneath it, which is kind of giving me more details, clarifying the cards. So what's going on is this card, the Queen of Swords, is a very intelligent woman. This is you as well. So this is you. Um, you know, the Queen of Swords is all about business. You know what I'm saying? She is, she is very astute. She's very tactful. She's very professional. She is very business oriented. She's very intellectual. She thinks a lot. She communicates effectively. So we're going to get deeper into this reading, but this is basically saying, be clear about where you want this business to go. And I know right now one of your questions are the purchase of your property, and let's focus on the purchase of your property. Okay, so far what we see is you being very, successful so far on your journey, on your professional journey, right? You're the Queen of Swords, being very professional. I mean, the Queen of Swords leads with her head, right? She makes a lot of intelligent decisions. Of course, some things she misses, because, she's human. But she's on her way. All right. The next card I have pulled for you, let me keep this in order, is the Six of Pentacles. So when we see the Six of Pentacles, we see generosity. We see how somebody is giving money to people that need it. So from the little bit that you've told me that I know about, which is for the better, because I don't want any of my thoughts going into it. I'm just wanting to be, a channel. You've gotten assistance regarding your property, right? So you got some assistance by somebody who, has a lot of money. You see, he's handing money. So somebody's been very generous to you regarding your question. And regarding this person here, the Judgment card is coming out. Okay, so it's sitting like this. So the Judgment card is about, well, let me just, if you need more information about this card. So I just want to see if anything else is coming to me, such as, okay, regarding the property, this person was very instrumental in this property at some point, right? What's following this is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is like about, you see, it's about forgiveness, and it's about putting things behind you, right? So, but it came to clarify this card. So basically, what the Judgment card is saying, let me just feel into it, is you are about to step into a whole new, this card is about a cosmic leveling up, like a spiritual leveling up. Like, this card is about, a lot has happened in the past, right? A lot has happened in the past. Oops. You see the mountains. You know, there was a lot of issues in the past, a lot of challenges, a lot of emotions. You see the water, a lot of emotional turmoil, you know, regarding this person that has been very generous towards you. But what's coming up is that there is a cosmic leveling up for you at this point, to where there is a call. The original imagery in this card is about, it's an angel with the trumpet. So there's a call on your life right now. There is a call for you to level up cosmically and spiritually. And that call it never goes away. It only gets louder, and it gets to nagging, right? So this here is causing you have to settle things in the past. You have to settle some things in the past in order to move forward. There's some things that you have to settle and forgive and let go of in order for you to step into who you are being called to be. Okay. All right. And this is you. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are a business owner. So this is you. The Queen of Pentacles, actually, she, in the original deck, or the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it's this woman, in her whole lush field, and she's touching a pentacle, which indicates that she has a very good relationship with money. And this is you right here. And so the nine of Pentacles speaks of a woman who is by herself. This is about a woman who is by herself, who's worked very hard to get to where she's gotten, because this is the Nine of Pentacles. You know, the 10 is at the end of the deck, goes, aces to 10. She has worked so hard, and she has an amazing relationship with money. She can do for herself. She has learned how to invest, and she's learned how to take care of herself. This is being clarified by the Emperor. So the Emperor, who is looking at her, is telling her that, so the Emperor, we have to look at how he's become the Emperor. So the Emperor is about, this is like Aries energy, right? So this is about boundaries and order and organization, and he rules with his head and not his heart, right? That's how he's became the Emperor. So basically, when you see these two cards together, sis, what you're seeing is she needs to implement more like healthy boundaries. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting, so far, the only other gentleman that has come up, because this gentleman here is basically, looking at her, kind of telling her like to enforce boundaries. The only other man so far that has come up is the King of Pentacles. So this might say have more boundaries, you know, with this person. You maybe just, you know, keep it business. I'm getting, you know, just keep it business. All right. So this here is, yes, that's basically what that's saying is, you know, yeah, these are two very powerful cards. So this is basically saying have boundaries um, with with the purchase of your property. Um, don't blur any boundaries when it comes to that with this person. No, 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 no. Because right now there's a leveling up for you to do. You're about to change up the way you do things. That's what this is saying. This you're about to change up the way you're doing things. But in order for you to, you have to let some things stay in the past. And it's not just coming to terms with your past. It's actually looking at your past, kind of going through your past and seeing it for what it was and doing a lot of forgiveness work, about your past. Okay. We have the Justice card. I don't know if there is any like type of legal issues going on. But if so, you're going to, whenever the Justice card comes up, you're going to fare well. So I don't know if you're dealing with bank situations or legal situations, but these cards came up together. So this is clarifying this card. So if you're worried about, you know, taxes, or if you're worried about anything legal going on, you're good. So I don't know if you have to go to court or anything like that, but whatever's going on, it's going to, or if something's coming up, it's going to be a good thing, because it's going to feel right to you when, if you have to make a decision. This is usually out of your hands though, because this is a major arcana card. So this is fate. This is the universe, right? So having to settle the score. If this card came up in reverse, then it wouldn't be in your favor. But because the Justice card is coming up upright, it's in your favor. And then the Ace of Cups. So this is, look at that. This is your cup running over. This is emotional fulfillment. This is you feeling very good. This is about new beginnings. Something new is going to start. Something new is going to start. But in order for something new to start, there's the King of Swords and the Tower card. So this is the card, and this is the card clarifying it. So in order for something new to start and you to have some emotional fulfillment, like, wow, like all of your senses just being like, oh my gosh, this was the right thing. Something has to end. Now, the thing is, the Tower card usually scares people, sis, and it's nothing to be scared of. This is, you know, you see some people falling from the tower. This is actually the universe clearing something out of your way, you know, and sometimes it could be, you know, a mindset, a change of a mindset. It doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, my whole foundation is falling, but something is happening or is about to happen. And maybe you could sense that with your Scorpio spidey senses, that something's going to happen that needs to happen to clear the way for things to be like this. Let me know if you need me to clarify this card, because this card is clarifying the King of Swords. Whenever you see the King of Swords, this is about not just rational thinking and effective communication, but this could be a man. I don't know if this is an air sign in your life. I don't know if this is a, you know, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, but if it is, then there's going to be some type of change there, some type of change, all right? Some type of inevitable like it's imminent, like something is going to change, but it's going to be for the better. Nothing to be fearful of. Now I know we're at 15 minutes, but no rushing, right? I'm intuiting which deck would be most appropriate at this time. So let me, here we go. All right, first to read this. System. Okay. So we have fluorite for you. You know what? Something is telling me that we pulled fluorite for you, or for the Scorpios or water signs. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I did. So this card says it's talking about it's a highly vibrational stone that could shield you from a negative influence or a negative person, because it's saying that you have been emotionally imbalanced, all right? But know that you are being surrounded by love and light, and trust the protection that you are now receiving. Let go of the fears that you currently have and concerns, and allow this wondrous healing to occur. Start to focus on the things that bring you joy. Change your focus from the things that are bringing you out of harmony, and focus on all you would love to be doing rather than worrying about what others think. You are safe and internally loved. Nothing can harm you except your own fears. Trust. So this card is about psychic protection, emotional stability, and concentration. So I don't know if you might want to get some fluorite, but this also, when you look at the cards, this is, corresponding to the heart chakra, the third eye chakra, bringing these two into balance. Okay, so fluorite. So definitely this card is talking about, what we already know, which is like, there's a lot going on right now. This is about emotional stability though. So I'm not sure if you're feeling emotionally unstable right now. Unstable. But this might be a long reading because you got lots of questions. I hope this is resonating so far. Okay, so all right, we're talking about building more staff, how to move forward professionally, feeling uncomfortable, how best to use your time to push the needle forward. Okay. Okay, sis. So then, the next full moon is coming tomorrow. It's in Virgo, and all right. So so right now you're going through a transition. You see, you're in between worlds. You see that? So right now this is between worlds, and when this card comes up, it's, you're actually in a transition, which we are aware of, with the Judgment card. So there's a call for you to move from one space energetically to another space, right? We could read it. Would you like me to read it to get more information? Let's do it. Okay, so this card is about transitions, right? Not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. This is temporary blindness, no man's land. And remember we talked about the temporary blindness with Scorpio, with the snake in Native American astrology? I think we talked about that together, right? We talked about how that's why, Scorpios tend to be going through something a lot of times throughout their life, because Scorpio is about death and regeneration. But that temporary blindness is when, the snake is covering, is shedding the old skin, the death and the rebirth, right? This is the death and the rebirth, right? It's so crazy because Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto, right? So Mars is about, active, all that kundalini, like all that energy, like all that, force, and Mars, it's the warrior, right? And then Pluto is it's transformation on the deepest level. And this card that came up for you, the Judgment card, is ruled by Pluto. So there's huge transformation going on for you right now, energetically, cosmically. You know, the universe is causing you to step into something. Oh, my glasses are whatever, crooked. But the universe is causing for you, the Queen of Pentacles here, to step into something. Yeah, you're onto some next level stuff, sis. Like you're you're about to walk to something new for you. And you've already been so successful in so many areas of your life, but this is, you know, here, this is talking about cutting out some stuff, right? So the first card is you're moving on to new territory in your life, right? You're moving on to some new territory, and there's some things that you have to cut out, all right? There's some things that you have to cut out to keep it moving. There's some things, and again, it's not supposed to make sense to me. I mean, not saying it doesn't, but as long as it makes sense to you. And, I hope it does. We're at 21 minutes anyway, but we having fun, right? Because you're my girl. So yeah, in order for you to move forward, there's some things that you need to cut out, because this is how you showed up at first, right? Because, this is fluid. So later you came up as her. So in order to move forward professionally, there's some things that, not just that you have to cut out, but, and I'm not going to, say cut out somebody, but the next card that came, was the, there's a very generous person that's assisting you. So, but maybe if it's not cutting that person out, changing up the way you guys deal, because this is talking about boundaries, enforcing boundaries, you know, with this person, right? All right, so we're going to keep it moving. Wait, let me just set it back up to how it was, just so, intuition could continue to flow, right? So just give me one sec, sis. All right, all right, all right. Queen of Swords was with that. This was with that. This, okay, boundaries. Okay, so yeah, so now you're trying, this is feeling good, Sarita, like for real. This is, ooh. Oh, this is good. So yeah, so you're transitioning, right? Let's get some clarification on this transitioning. All right. I'm sure you want some clarification. I want some clarity. So you're between worlds right now. Oh, this sage that I burnt because this new deck. Wait. So you're in between worlds. I'm sorry, sis. I got into talking and stuff. So, all right. So let's see. So between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. Not saying that you are, but this is what the card is saying. You know what I'm saying? This is a time when you are unable to see what's ahead. All right. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. All right. What is essential now is to admit to not knowing, which, you're already at this space already, right? There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within the divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts right now. Feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so and you will not be disappointed. All right. So, all right. Let's see. All right. So we're going to read like other parts of it, right? So, what's up? So, regarding Okay, so this is work related. So there's a prosperity, there's a relationship message in here too, and prosperity. But we're like kind of focusing on the purchase of your property, right? So in your work, sometimes you try to do things that have worked for others, hoping that you too will be successful. When this card appears, it reminds you that sometimes the path to your prosperity is a gamble. Win or lose, you can learn much from what comes of your wager. It's a good time to bet on your skills and talents in a new and different arena as well. Girl, because you know you're doing big things, right? Remain curious, and with the right combination of timing and luck, you will stumble upon something golden that will be unlike anything you've known before. See, so you're walking into something. You're doing big things, sis. You're doing big things. All right, so, all right. Okay, so building more steps, okay, let's see. Let's pull again from this deck. I really like this deck. Do you like this deck? I really like this deck. Okay, so we have that. Let's keep this here because we're going to refer to it, right? Well, we're at 26 minutes and we have so much more to we have so much more to discuss. Maybe you prefer like those cut and dry readings, not cut and dry, but like shorter readings. I'm trying to like fill into my style. Like if I'm going to do spreads, I haven't done spreads before. I was going to do a spread for this one. Like I was going to, for each question, I was going to do cards and break them all down for that. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll send this to you and then I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I think we're still talking professionally here. All right, because that's what Spirit's given us right now. We might have to do like this reading in chunks, right? Because it's kind of full bodied. Oh wow. Okay, so just one, Spirit. More guidance for my girl regarding purchase of property, building more staff. Okay, so all right, well, we're gonna go with this. This is serendipity. So again, Spirit knows all that which you texted me. So let's see if this is answering, giving guidance, shedding some light on something. Opportunities and readiness. All right. The awareness of synchronicity, luck, and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols and magic alignment of events. You've stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is a time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Girl, congratulations, right? Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now. As a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the world, your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything that you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. All right. Expect the unexpected and smile, for Spirit loves you so very much. What? That girl, you see what? That's kind of like, right? So that kind of goes with this card. Being at, just things lining up. You see how this is Spirit's hand, giving you the cup of just fulfillment. But this is a beautiful card. All right, so let's pull another card from this deck. Okay, so like we're getting some, we might pull some. All right, let's see here. All right. Okay, so I got for you why, which I don't think we really need to question, right? So you're wondering why about something, and this is fork in the road. So clearly, this is talking about, but let's look at it, right? Let's look at there's a lot of green, so there's a lot of healing. Okay, so there's a monkey, there's an owl, so there's like wisdom, and then this is a 4, so that's the 13. Let's read fork in the road. All right, let's do that. It's time to make a decision, right? It's time to make a decision. Considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation, making a necessary choice, right? You see, we talked about, there has to be a choice. All right. So let's talk about that. All right. So fork in the road. Okay. Every choice has a consequence. You have arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroad. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, will have rich and meaningful experience. Okay. Okay. All right. Know that abundance is around you, though. All right. So there goes some energy. Okay, so let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some spreads because it's because I'm learning this craft, sis. You know what I'm saying? At first I was like, oh my gosh, she's asking me specific questions. Oh my gosh, what do I tell her to call my man's Rob because he's amazing? Or I hope I shed some light on some stuff. And what I'm gonna do later on today, since I'm doing the astrological you know, videos today, the readings for each sign. What I'm gonna do in my studying today is I'm going to, I'm going to create certain spreads which I feel might be very beneficial for these. Okay, let's see here. All right, so which is going to answer some of these questions for you because right now I feel like I'm giving like general stuff, but I feel like let's see here. I have a question, one of your questions. All right. All right. Wait a minute. You know what? Okay, well, authority figures. That's the first card that came, but it came with another card. Usually when two cards come, but let me find it because Spirit said, I meant that. That's why I showed it to you. So anyway, so authority figures came out, sis. I don't know if I'm going to get the card or just read about it. Okay, so see this right here? Authority figures. Let me just read about it real quick. In your previous and current lifetimes, you followed rules that were set down by authority figures such as parents and teachers. You may have also encountered intimidating or even cruel authority figures in the past. Perhaps you found yourself in the presence of those who were power hungry or abusive, possibly. These situations can lead to a fear of authority figures or succumb to their will in the present. While it's normal to sometimes have been intimidated by powerful individuals, fearing authority figures can lead to unhealthy passivity. For example, you may feel pressure to bow down to another's rules without standing up for your rights, or you may develop conflict phobias in which you negate your own needs in order to avoid arguments and disharmony. In some cases, this can lead to a form of depression called learned helplessness, in which you don't even try to improve your life. To heal this situation, fill yourself with self-love and self-esteem and see yourself as being whole and healed. Oftentimes, just remembering past life details will lead to clearing and healing. So I don't know if this is resonating, sis. Spirit showed me this. I don't know if this was a past life thing, but this is basically what I'm picking up from it was you may develop conflict phobias in which you negate your own needs in order to avoid arguments and disharmony. So I think this is about like communication. This is about communication and possibly not articulating, effectively communicating your needs. This is a past life deck, you know what I'm saying? So this could be, from past life stuff, you know what I'm saying? So for whatever reason, maybe authority figures in a past life has you not speaking up for yourself or effectively communicating your needs, and then there being a conflict phobia. Like, I don't know if you're conflict avoiding, but you might be avoiding. And again, as I'm getting into this, this might just be a legal situation. This might be a situation, this is the justice card, right? So I'm not sure. We're at 36 minutes. I kind of feel like I'm all over the place, but I hope this is resonating for you. All right. Opening your heart to love. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. All right. What can be done to assist my girl in opening her heart to love? Okay. Sarita Scott. All right. All right. Okay, so there's some apprehension going on there, right? Okay, you see this woman laying here. All right, so this is about some fear. All right. So regarding love, regarding opening your heart to love, attracting the same kind of non-committed man, mirroring your fear. Oh, wow. So this is about fear. You see, it's talking about fear. So this is apprehension, moving out into the world. All right. So okay. All right, let's get into this. All right. So let's clarify this card. I'm going to read some of it, but then I'm also going to I think I'm going to do some channeling. All right. Because I'm just feeling like that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So, okay. Let's see. Wait a minute. An affirmation, you know what I'm saying, is I surrender my fear and replace it with love. I surrender my doubt and replace it with confidence. I see myself moving out into the world with ease. I give thanks for all I learn and experience. Each new day is a day full of possibility. So just give me a sec. So let me get into what you're afraid of, because what you're doing, we're just magnets and mirrors, right? So a magnet, of course, is attracting, like attracts like. So of course you would be attracting a non-committed man mirroring your fear. What are you guys fearing? I am really excited to come up in there and do the flower essences, because that right there, that fear, those flower essences are going to transcend those fears out of your energy body, and you're going to start attracting different people once you start taking these essences. I mean, you're going to actually That's going to be like, I'm telling you, on everything. That's going to be part of the cosmic leveling up. When you start, when I muscle test you for the flower essences, that's really going to get these, you know, trauma lives in the body, right? And the body holds on to all that has happened. The subconscious holds on to all that, right? And it goes into the tissues. And the flower essences, the beautiful thing about the flower essences, as you already know, sis, is that they really transcend those frequencies up out of your energetic body, out of all of your bodies. You know what I'm saying? So that fear, let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into wanting to open your heart to love. Okay, because fear is preventing that. Right? And we were talking about the heart chakra earlier with the fluorite, right? You know, connecting the third eye, you know, the first eye, right? And the heart, you know, connecting that. So something's going on with the heart here, as you already know. So, okay, you want to open your heart to love. I love you, girl. I really do. I'm so glad we met. You're my girl. Okay. Okay, so we have transformation. Okay, so we have the transformation card, right? Okay, so we're talking about opening your heart to love. So there's talking about there's a transformation going on. So there's things that you definitely have to let go of to walk confidently. Look at this woman. She is so beautiful. And she's standing in water. And of course there's, all right, so we have the apprehension card. So it's talking about moving out of fear, you know, and transforming with a certain confidence. All right. So where'd they go? Here they go. So let's, all right. I don't know. I'm getting, okay. I'm getting, I'm getting a little distracted because of all the music. I mean, all the noise in the other room. I don't want to like leave and be like, girl, turn it down. Okay. I think that's a little distracting for me right now, to be honest. All right. So I'm also thinking, oh, I got the yin yang card, creating balance through harmony, creating harmony through balance. So I really think that, you know, you see the third eye and the throat chakra. We have to look at the symbolism. You see the transformation with the third eye, because you know more than you think you know. And then you see how this is on the throat chakra. So this is about speaking something. But also I'm really getting this. This is about flower essences assisting you through that fear, and Reiki assisting you in this process. Now I'm not selling myself or anything or whatever, because I'm gonna be up there. Upstairs, but I'm really thinking energy work would definitely be beneficial for you. Definitely been and I know I believe you already get energetic work, right? I think you get energetic work. But flower essences, and also this is an 18, so this is a 9, right? So this is, you might be at the end of a cycle. You definitely might be at the end of a cycle. And then you see how this is a 40. So numerically, that's a 4. So I really believe that that's going to you know, 4 is all about stability and balance. I'm really thinking, um, you know, with the Reiki, on various parts of your body. I think that also Reiki right here on your throat chakra will really assist you in, effectively, where's that card? Effectively communicating. There's this other card about, kind of, I was getting more communication. I'm not sure how you felt about authority figures back in the day in previous lifetimes, or if that has anything to do with you not, you know, being able to finesse effective communication. I don't know. Or this could have something to do with your thyroid. I know we talked about that because that's where the thyroid is. We could definitely still balance that. We could definitely balance that energy. But as far as wanting to open your heart to love, yeah, so there's fear there for sure. And then tell me how this is resonating, sis, because it was kind of all over the place, but my heart's in it, what I'm saying? And let me know, because I have an idea of how I want to do things too, as far as like a particular spread, to where, well, we talked about that already. But, I will tell you though, I don't know if you heard this before, but I did, as I was shuffling these cards, before I got started, when I was thinking about you, the past life cards, I got the orphan card saying that, this is interesting because this is just, spirit saying, tell her, saying that you were an orphan in a previous life, and that possibly, you didn't have your mother and father's protection in a previous life. And you developed great strength and inner reliance, which continues to help you this lifetime. However, you may have also developed survival skills that are double-edged, right? Where'd it go? Like the double-edged sword, right? You have, I'm just going to read the whole thing. You drew this card because you have had one or more past lives as an orphan. And this is creating a current life abandonment fear or for you. In those lives where you didn't have your mother and father's protection, love, or support, you developed great strength and inner reliance, which continues to help you in this life. However, you may have also developed survival skills that are double-edged. These coping mechanisms help to get you by, but they also blunt your heart and emotions. Most likely, this card is a reminder to acknowledge that your true mother, father is God. You're also reminded that you have a family of choice consisting of friends and other loved ones. In spiritual truth, it's impossible to be an orphan. Your true heavenly parents are always with you. If you do tend to isolate yourself, you may benefit from seeking compassionate support, or a qualified counselor. So I don't know if that resonates, sis, but that was the first card that came up. So I would hate to ignore that card. I'm not sure if it resonates, but as at first when I was saying your name and stuff like that, that's the card that popped up, and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't even say my question yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's sometimes spirit saying, this is the card, like this is the card. So, in defense mechanisms, a lot of times we develop very sophisticated defense mechanisms, to protect, to protect that little girl, you know, or little guy, within us. And in, those, within the highly developed defense mechanisms, it tends to cut us off, from that which we want so bad because we're in survival mode, right? So we cannot be in survival mode and healing mode at the same time. That's impossible. But please let me know if this resonates, because I would love to do this upstairs. I feel like I wanted to give you a really good reading, but also there's more questions, right? How to move forward professionally, you're uncomfortable, how best to use your time to push the needle forward. Again, I think Spirit answered all those questions, you know, but I'm still, you know, getting used, you know, so I'm gonna look over all these cards, right? Because I think that Spirit answered, because I'm not feeling the need to pull any other cards right now. So I'm feeling like all the questions were answered. So I'm looking at this whole, all of the cards, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing as far as the cards that I pulled, how best to move forward professionally. You know, if you want something more crisp, because of course effective communication came up, you know, and this is moving forward, you know, but this is, you know, find a way to effectively communicate. But I think this comes up every time for you, you know, the effective communication, how it's so necessary. But he's moving on, right? So you're talking about moving on professionally, and this is him moving on professionally. This is you. So effective communication. So I don't know, I'm sure you guys have powwows before your shift, or I don't know if you guys, okay, something's coming, like if you ask them what they need from you, you know what I'm saying, like, or a suggestion box. I don't know, you know, some of the young ones, they're like, Miss Sarita, I think they, you know, they look to you like, oh, you know, like they admire you. Girl, I admire you, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. So but just effective communication also, I'm not seeing a lot of cups as far as communication, because she's very clear, right? But the thing about it, she is not too warm. Like this, the Queen of Swords, she's not too warm. She's not too warm. But she's effective in her communicating. She, you know, she sees like the long haul. She sees long term, right? And that's how she continues to remain, you know, successful and effective in what she's doing. How to best use your time to push the needle forward. Again, I think the big themes in this reading is being able to maintain healthy boundaries, be fair, which I'm sure you are, and understand that things have to change. You know, understand that things have to change in order, you know, for the new to be ushered in. But there is a decision. There's a huge decision that you need to make. There's a huge decision that you need to make, and who knows? It might be about, you know, you needing to enforce some healthier boundaries with those around you. I mean, she's come a long way. She's come such a long way. She's so successful. And not saying that you don't have any boundaries, because girl, you've been in business for yourself for how long? So, you know, we can use advice from you for real, you know. But something beautiful is coming your way. Something beautiful. You're on you're on the you're on the side of justice. And again, this is, you know, this is ruled by Libra. So, you know, you seek, of course, you seek balance and harmony and all that stuff, right? But I'm about to close out. I'm just seeing if there's any extra, you know, because girl, you don't even know. Like a lot of times I be like after the reading, I'm like, I get all these downloads like after the fact, you know, so I'm trying to just see what else is coming. And again, I'm not sure, because the Justice card, that's about court, and this is about court too. But if there's court in your near future, it's going to you're going to prevail. Like that's as they say, as the young girls say nowadays, that's it and that's all, you know. But you know, and again, you are, as you know, you're transitioning, you're going from, you're shedding your old skin, you know, you're stepping into something. You know what I'm saying? But we got some fours. You know, we got, you know, numerically with numerology, with the why. You see how she's like questioning why? But then we also got a 4 in the Yang card. And again, regarding your wanting to open up your heart to love, again, we don't know if it had anything to do with what we talked about, you know, the previous life with you, due to maybe you possibly not having a good support system in your previous life, which it could have caused you to develop these really highly developed, sophisticated defense mechanisms, which is kind of preventing, what you want, but the fear that you're feeling, that's being mirrored by the gentleman that you're attracting might be, it very well might be, it might be beneficial when you start taking the flower essences on a regular basis. And maybe the flower essences you've taken in the past, they've helped, but with the applied kinesiology, with the muscle testing, it might be more effective because it goes beyond your consciousness. Like I said before, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be I'm going to be, surpassing your conscious self, going into your body. Your body's going to tell me what it wants to let go of, right? And we don't know that because, yeah. But the flower essence is coming up for me for this one, and definitely the Reiki, you know, so, and also, the thyroid, not only does it rule, the libido and hair and, weight gain and loss, but it regulates the mood, right? So I'm thinking, but this is another, this kind of ties this card with this card, because this card is talking about transformation. And we also have the butterfly here, so that ties in beautifully. So I'm thinking, just some energetic work would be, even if it's not for me, I think energetic work would be very beneficial for you to release some of that, because it's within your body, right? It's within your energetic body. Or if you go to Ali, I think if you get body work done by her, there needs to be some, girl, it's gonna be by me, girl, just have it be by me, all right? No, I'm just kidding. Or it could be anywhere. But there's some doubt and fear within your energy body right now, and that's what you're attracting. And that fear thing. And again, you're at a fork in the road, but you're gonna figure it out. You are. We're gonna anyway, at this point I'm rambling. I'm just trying to do a recap, but I hope this was helpful. Just let me know. I love you. Okay, bye.